with the sound of that horn, you know what time it is. What time it is. Welcome to the CCRP update. The CCRP was created as a legacy project of Procom to empower, celebrate, and protect Jamaica seniors. They offer many benefits. Visit our website at ccrponline.org. CCRP update is brought to you by J&J Silver Shield, the best choice for auto and property insurance exclusively for CCRP members. Contact Gallagher Insurance Brokers or J&J for best value and a boatload of benefits. In today's update, we fine-tune citizens' awareness on our roles in disaster risk management. And the focus, of course, will be disaster preparedness. And yes, we're in the middle of the hurricane season. We'll be joined by Ms. Joyce Reynolds Robinson, Information Officer at the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM. But first, some family business. We hope you enjoyed your independence celebrations and holidays with family and friends. Yes, you did. Good. Even if it's just some rest, that's a good thing. Congratulations to the fine Jamaicans who have been announced for national honors. We're looking out for the investitures. Our CCRP update sponsors, BCIC, offer their amazing J&J Silver Shield plan for auto and property insurance exclusively for CCRP members. The auto plan includes free benefits from the Jamaica Automobile Association with valet service for vehicle registration, fitness, and 24-hour roadside assistance. Help us to fight for your rights. When you're a CCRP member, you're actively supporting the rights of seniors and the elderly. We've been passionate advocates for your rights. If you're over 40, you are eligible. 40 or over. So when you're late 40, yes, you are eligible. And the sky's the limit after you touch 40. When you join CCRP, you open up a whole world of exciting events and money savings discounts. For only an initial registration fee of $2,500 and an annual renewal of $2,000, you'll have access to discounts of up to 30% from over 100 discount partners, and the list is still growing. CCRP also offers 3 high-value health insurance plans for local and international coverage. Yeah, remember, 40 years and over. You don't want to rush in it when you get to 65. You want to be ready and ease into the terminal, coming for a nice landing whenever you decide to retire. So start at 40. Give you 20 clear years of sorting yourself. Number 6, on next week's Sunday's program, the update will celebrate Marcus Garvey's birthday. It is exactly to the day, the 17th. And the president of the Universal Negro Improvement Association, UNIA, Stephen Golding, will have some words on that when we have that conversation next week. Yep. So we definitely want you to join us next Sunday for the update. But now to the core of the update for today. The hurricane season is on, and we can never ever have too many reminders about securing life, limb, and property before the next event. They come in that order: life first, limb, and then, well, property. Yeah, you can replace the property, maybe the limb, the life, not so much. So we need to do it. Top it up your knowledge today. Sometimes we think we know all of it, but we always need the experts to remind us. So we bid a warm welcome, a great CCRP welcome to the Information Officer at ODPEM, Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, Ms. Joyce Reynolds Robinson. How do, Ms. Joyce? Make it sound like an
Hi,
older person. It don't matter. Older people are good people too.
exactly. Good afternoon.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I am doing really well. And art therapy has always been a soft spot for me. The whole thing about communicating through disaster and so on is very much a sweet spot. So every time I see it, I can catch a fire. So you're at the right place at the right time. And the fire is under control because I follow ODPEM's guidance. It's
Okay.
no fire out of control. But remind us, please, Miss Joyce, what are the main the roles that you play in helping us prepare for and respond to disasters?
Okay. Well, ODPEM, as you know, we're the coordinating agency, and yes, and our main objective is to help Jamaicans respond to. Are you hearing me?
Yes, hearing you loud and clear. Continue, please.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. All right. Yes. And our mission statement is to reduce the impact of a disaster on Jamaica through comprehensive disaster management. I was going to say Jamaican management. All right. Now, what we do every year, we have our disaster preparedness month beginning in June, and this year theme was and is actually disasters are a reality. Be prepared for any eventuality. So yes, we help the Jamaica population respond to, prepare for, and also recover from disasters that may be happening,
Mm-hmm.
because we know where we live. We live in a zone in the North Atlantic belt. We live in a zone where we're exposed to disasters and we're exposed to many disasters because of our geographical location. So we have to always be in readiness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we still have some habits that don't work so well. Like we think that everything that dispose of a burn and burn in a yard. You know, that's
No,
the
that's
the
not good.
cultural thing that is courting disaster. We have so many disasters we can't control. We don't need to make any on top of it.
Yes, we create disasters for ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yes.
So we're facing the hurricane. We're in the hurricane season right now, right?
Yes, we are up until June. And then
Mm.
again, with the
Yes.
climate change, hurricanes, right now we have a hurricane season that is above normal, but I say the projections have changed. It started with 60% from the NOAA service. They said it was 60% above normal, and that has went down to 50%
Mm-hmm.
now above normal. And we still have our named storms is now down to 13 to 18, where before we had 13 to 19, with anywhere from 5 to 9 of those could become a hurricane, and 2 to 5 a major hurricane, which
Mm.
is not one, because it only take one,
That's right. Just one.
just one to
Just one.
have us to know that we need to be in readiness right now.
Mm-hmm.
During the hurricane season, we should already been going out there making sure our homes are in order. Anything needs to be repaired need to be repaired, so that we could be in readiness,
Mm.
and also do prepared for any event that could hit our island.
Right. Definitely. Definitely. How do families prepare as well as individuals? Because I imagine there are some things that overlap just for humanity, but families have a special thing because there's the whole coordination bit, and there's the vulnerable family members, the active ones, and so on. So there's so many moving parts that mean that you have to mindfully do it over time rather than rush when the bulletin drop.
Yes, yes. And you're right, because we have our disability, we have persons with disabilities and so forth. We have the elderly, we have the pregnant persons, and all these people need to be mindful, and we need to remember them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first most important thing is having a disaster kit, right? To know that you have everything in readiness right now. Every home should have a disaster kit just in case a hurricane hits. And with your disaster kit, you will have your main items on hand,
Mm-hmm.
right? Ensuring that you have your non-perishables, medication if necessary, right? Ensure that you have enough water for everyone, flashlight, batteries, toiletries, everything that you might need in case you need to evacuate if your home becomes compromised,
Yep.
right? Also, yes. Also, you need to know your evacuation routes. Again, if your area becomes an area where you have to evacuate, you would need to know where your evacuation routes are, the emergency contact numbers, your police, your fire, your ambulance. Have these things right on hand, and have every member of the family to know this, because an emergency could happen in the day, it could happen at the night. So you need to already have your family plan as well as your kid to know, okay, if this happens when we're at work, where are we going to meet? Right? Who's going to ensure that if we have a disabled grandparent or a disabled family member, who's going to be there to ensure that we're going to take care of them?
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, disasters is not only the government to ensure that we're all right as a nation, but it's also an individual and a family responsibility to ensure that you know your safety and your vulnerabilities, and to take steps now, measures now in place to reduce those risks.
Hmm. If you're able, it's probably better for you to do it if you're able because you know what you can manage, one. And
Right.
think about your as part of your duty as a good citizen. Because if I can
Exactly.
manage and I free up myself, that's somebody else can help.
Exactly. And know your neighbors. I mean, yeah, that's right. That's why we have to come together. And Jamaicans are very unified when it comes to helping one another in times of adversities. So,
Definitely.
you have that, yeah, you have that pensioner living across the street by themselves, or that person's living at home, and you're going to go and knock on their door. Are you okay?
Hmm.
What are you going to need?
Right.
Know where your shelters are located,
Hmm.
right? And I mean, the best place to always shelter is at your home or with a friend. You don't really, the shelter is your last resort, but if you have to go there, know where they are. And you
Hmm.
could get that information from us. That is also on our website, www.odpem.org.jm. And it's also available at your municipal corporations, which is another good source of information to have, because they have disaster preparedness meetings, and it's
Yes.
good to go there because they'll walk you through and let you know where everything are. And being under the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development, yes, we also have those messages that went out in the beginning of the month of how to be prepared and what you need to do. And also we have because of what happened last year with the roofs going off from Hurricane Beryl, we're also ensuring that persons are using the right hurricane straps and they're properly in place. So all these things need to be done now, not after or during the disaster.
Got you. Got you. For real. And the truth is, the more we know, the better it is, and we can always help each other and discuss it too, right? I mean, we do so much,
Yes.
we do so much idle chit chat, and I'm not wagging the finger because we do need downtime. So when we do a little WhatsApp here and there, it's fun. That's good. It's balanced. I'm just saying, throw a little thing into the balance. Even if you're having a nice little time with somebody chit chat, I say, oh, by the way, you know what I mean? Let it raise it organically. I think sometimes the things that we know that we should do, we wait for the alarm period, but maybe we should kind of use it to season up our conversations and weave it into our conversations, become it. The person will always ask about it. You know what I mean? I have some family members I used to think was paranoid, didn't realize what they were doing. They just they would weave everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly into conversations. So it wouldn't get,
Gerald,
yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, man, go ahead. It wouldn't get.
Yeah, yes, you wouldn't get as many crises, I think. I mean, you can't prevent disasters, but some crises can be averted because or mitigated if if your mindset is right.
Of mindset, Gerald, you're so right, because when you're informed, you will react differently. You won't react, but you'll be proactive. You'll be calm, and when
Hmm.
you're calm, you tend to do things in a more systematic and a more relaxed. Not you're not that you're going to be relaxed, but you're not as frantic or scared, because you
Yes.
know what you need to do.
Hmm.
Because right now it's just like the saying goes, to be forewarned is to be forearmed. So
Hmm.
being calm is very important. And I like what you said about having that conversation, because you have your grandma, your elder aunties, people, we're still living in household, hopefully, where we have these elders living with us, and they survived the storms. They survived the Matthews, the which one we had in what is it, Gilbert. They
Yes.
survived all, so they could say, it's okay. We're gonna get through this, and it makes one feel better.
Hmm.
And yeah, when you have your emergency kit, have everyone in the family be a part of the plan, up till the youngest 5, 6 year old child, to have his or her own emergency kit. It makes them have a sense of responsibility and a sense of belonging, like they're a part of this whole preparedness measure.
Absolutely, absolutely. Wow, that's amazing. Could you just throw in a word for the emergency shelters? We like you did say, yes, it's best for us to
Yes.
do the best we can, but how do we locate them? I think is what and locate them
Okay.
today. Don't wait for no hurry. Don't wait for nothing.
No.
Yes.
And you're back. Well, the shelters, they're also on our webpage. You could go there, but they're also, you could call us and we'll give you the exact location. We could send that to you.
Mm-hmm.
You could call us at 906. Let me give you the webpage number first.
Yeah,
You
sure,
go on
sure.
our webpage, www.odpem.org.jm,
Mm-hmm.
or you could call us at 876-906-9674 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
And they're also located with your PDC, your parish disaster coordinators at the municipal corporations,
Right,
right? They're
right.
also available on that. But we
Mm-hmm.
have over 900 shelters that have been certified approved,
Mm-hmm.
and know what you need to take. They're all ensure that you have enough water supplies to last you for at least 4 days before the relief supplies come in, because they're going to come, but they might not come that very same day. So you
Yes.
want to have something to have the family be able to have something on their own,
Right.
enough water for everyone, some non-perishables, things that
Mm-hmm.
you could just pop out the can, bread, and eat just like that, bully beef and all of
Yes.
that,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And your fruits.
Yes.
But it's very important, that you definitely have your emergency kit. We can't stress that enough. Also, to include your radio with your batteries, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you can listen up for the updates.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, definitely. Thorough,
Yes.
thorough. And of course, now we know exactly the ODPEM has been such a central part of our lives that we know that we can rely on you to help us to catch up on the info where we might be lagging. Thank you.
Yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
yeah. Thank you so very much, Information Officer at ODPEM, Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, Ms. Joyce Reynolds Robinson. You've been brilliant, and I really appreciate your company today and
All right.
your gems for everybody.
All
Take
right.
care.
Thank you, Gerald.
Yes.
Gerald, please
It,
have us call us anytime, Mr. McDaniel. And we always want to spread the word that
yes.
disasters happens.
Yeah.
Be prepared.
Be prepared. And by the way,
That's our tagline.
Jerry's fine. Jerry's the easiest thing. So yeah,
Yes, Jerry. Yes, you
everybody
see,
just called me.
I know, I
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Just
Thanks,
that's it.
Jerry.
Yeah, cool, cool. And that's it for now. Yep, yep, yep. Until next Sunday at 3 for all things CCRP, visit our website, ccrponline.org. And don't forget, we're on YouTube as well. If you are 40 years or over, we look forward to welcoming you as a full CCRP member. Why wait? It opens up a whole world of insights, networks, exciting events, and money savings, discounts, and more. Build the connections, share the experiences, keep informed now to make the best life choices before retirement hits. CCRP Update brought to you by J&J Silver Shield, the best choice for auto and property insurance exclusively for CCRP members. Contact Gallagher Insurance Brokers or J&J for best value and a boatload of benefits.